Welcome to the Board of Adjustments meeting at 6:05 p.m.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, November 6, 2025. Item number 2, establishment of quorum. Miriam Cruz,
Present.
Albert Lagunas,
Present.
David Oropesa,
Present.
Victor Espinosa.
Present.
We have a quorum with four members present. Item number 3, consider and take action on the election of the officers for the Board of Adjustment. Good evening, Commissioners. Madam Chair, Ms. Cruz.
Yes.
Tonight for item number 3, we're gonna get along with the election officers, since we have just vice president, vice chair, and second vice chair.
Okay. Any nominations?
Yes.
Chair and vice chair.
Yes, for now, vice chair is Ms. Cruz, and second vice chair is Mr. Espinosa. So do you prefer just?
So he could be the new vice chair, and then
It's
Ms. Cruz could be the chair.
yes, yes.
And I'm
Do I have a motion? So the motion right now is for Ms. Cruz to be chair and Mr. Espinosa to be vice chair. I have a motion made by Mr. David Oropesa and second by Mr. Albert Lagunas to approve. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item number 4, reading of the Board of Adjustment statement. Ms. Cruz, could you please read the statement?
Sure. The Zoning Board of Adjustment of the City of Socorro is now in session. This board is established under Article 211.008 of the Texas Local Government Code and Chapter 2, Division 5 of the Code, in appropriate cases and subject to appropriate conditions and safeguards. This board is empowered to make special exceptions or grant variances to the terms of the zoning ordinance that are consistent with the general purpose and the intent of the ordinance, in accordance with any applicable rules contained in the ordinance, and to hear appeals that allege an error on an order, requirement, decision, or determination made by an administrative official in the enforcement of the code. Your application or appeal will be decided only after you have had the opportunity to present evidence before the board for its consideration. Other parties interested in your case may also be heard at this time. No consultation among board members has been held in advance regarding your case. This board does not act in an arbitrary manner. You may be sure full consideration will be given to your case, and following this hearing, you will be properly notified of the board's decision.
Thank you. Item number 5, swearing in of all people giving testimony. Ms. Cruz, could you please read the statement?
Anyone that's going to be giving testimony, can you please stand up and raise your right hand? Si alguien va a estar dando testimonio hoy para cualquier de las cosas que están en la agenda, por favor levántense y levanten la mano derecha. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? ¿Juran decir la verdad y nada más que la verdad? Okay, thank you. Can you guys please, everyone, turn off their, or put their phones on silent?
Item number 6, consider and take action on the approval of the meeting minutes for September 25th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
second.
I have a motion made by Miriam Cruz, second by Albert Lagunas to approve. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item number 7, consider and take action on the proposed variance request from the Municipal Code Section 46-239, accessory structure subsection B, to allow a 2,400 square feet accessory structure, which exceeds 50% of the 3,432 square feet principal structure. The request
Variance is for 684 square feet. The property is located at 538 Rancho Viejo, Socorro, Texas, being Lot 8, Block 7, Rancho Mirabal Estates. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Miriam. Good evening, Madam Chair and Commissioners. Yura Rodriguez, planner with the City of Socorro. Now we can present item number 7 on the agenda, which is a variance request for 538 Rancho Viejo Drive.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I don't see that we're live. Are we recording and then uploading later because the city is? I'm checking the city Socorro web YouTube.
Yeah, so if you go to our link,
Uh-huh.
the actual event, you can see it there, because we had to create a second channel.
Right, because the
So that
city
one-
is.
Yeah, exactly, so there's
Okay.
a live one on the actual website, and it will be eventually also linked to the regular YouTube channel.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Juan, please, next slide. Subject for this item, variant request from the Municipal Code Section 46-239 accessory structure subsection B to allow a 2,400 square feet accessory structure which exceeds 50% of the 3,432 square feet principal structure. The requested variance is 684 square feet. The property is located at 538 Rancho Viejo Drive, Socorro, Texas, being Lot 8, Block 7, Rancho Mirabal Estates. Some general information on this request. The property owner is Jose Cabral. It is on R1, single family residential. The property is 43,643 square feet in total. The address is 538 Rancho Viejo Drive, being Lot 8, Block 7, Rancho Mirabal Estates subdivision. Summary for this request, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow an accessory structure that exceeds 50% of the square footage of the principal structure. Statement of the issue. Section 46-239 accessory structure subsection B states that an accessory structure shall not exceed 50% of the square footage of the principal structure for property zone R1 single family residential. The applicant is proposing a storage accessory structure that exceeds this limitation and therefore requires a variance of 648 square feet to allow the proposed design. The proposed storage accessory structure measures 40 by 60 square feet with a total area of 2,400 square feet. For this, regarding this request, staff recommends approval of the variance request, and the alternative could be the denial of the variance request. One, next, please. Then we have the application that was submitted by the applicant. Next slide, please. One, next slide, please. And then you'll see on the next slide the zoning map. The yellow outline with the red line denotes the R1 zoning for the property. Next slide, please. And then followed by an aerial image. Here we have some pictures of the property taken from Rancho Viejo Drive. We have the front side and the front view and the side view at the bottom. Next slide, please. And then we have the site plan provided by the applicant showing the proposed storage accessory located in the backyard of the property. Next slide. Here is a drawing of the proposed 40 by 60 foot structure. In summary, the applicant is requesting a variance from the Municipal Code Section 46-239, subsection B to allow an accessory structure that exceeds 50% of the principal structure. And with that, staff can answer any questions, and the applicant, I believe, is here if you have any question for him. Is that on the phone? Okay. It's not present at the moment.
The applicant's not present at the moment?
No.
Oh, well, I wish we would have skip this one, maybe on to the other ones.
A motion to table this one, maybe after consent agenda.
Second.
Can you
I have
please
a
verify if
I'm sorry.
we have the call?
Online?
Yeah, because he requested the Zoom link for this
Okay.
meeting. He requested a Zoom link.
No, there's no one on the Zoom.
Did we get him the Zoom link?
Yes.
You did it? Okay.
Yes, we did.
For Rancho Viejo?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, the previous one.
Okay.
Or the one that.
So I have a motion made by David Oropesa and second by Marian Cruz to table item for next meeting. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried.
Is this applicant here, this next one, before you go?
I'm sorry?
Okay.
Yes, it's Ms. Mendoza.
Okay.
Item number 8, consider and take action on the proposed variance request from the Municipal Code Section 46-238, area requirements subsection 2A and subsection 2D to allow a reduced front yard setback of 19 feet instead of the 25 feet setback requirement and a reduced rear yard setback of 11 feet instead of the 25 feet setback requirement at 10164 Conquistador Drive, Socorro, Texas, and being Lot 11, Block 3, Spanish Trail subdivision to allow the encroachment of the existing structure and a proposed addition. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Miriam. Once again, Junet Rodriguez, planning with the City of Socorro. Next item on the agenda is item number 8, referring to 10164 Conquistador Drive. Next slide, please. Subject for this request, variant request from the Municipal Code Section 46-238, area requirements, subsection 2A and 2D, to allow a reduced side street facing setback of 19 feet 0 inches instead of the 25 feet setback requirement and a reduced rear yard setback of 11 feet instead of the 25 feet setback requirement at 10164 Conquistador Drive, Socorro, Texas, and being Lot 11, Block 3, Spanish Trail subdivision to allow the encroachment of the existing structure and a proposed addition. Just for the record, let me just clarify here on the language for this request. It was expressed, to allow a reduce from yard setback with a staff review and approved by legal, Mr. Marwan. We just changed the wording instead of front yard setback, so side street facing setback. Mr. Marwan?
Yeah, I think it'll make more sense when they show kind of the plat map is, there's two sides to it, it's a corner. So it was confusion on what is the front and what's the actual side. So when you see it, it'll make sense, but whatever you guys decide, we just need to make sure we know what we're referring to. So I would almost go by which street it faces, or the southeast corner, or the northwest corner, whatever. But you'll kind of see why there was some confusion on that.
Thank you.
Okay. Which, oh, the Conquistador. The literal entrance of the house is on Conquistador, it looks like, with the car part.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Now we continue with some general information on this request. The property owner is Ms. Alicia Mendoza. It is zone R1, single family residential. The property is 11,147 square feet. The address is 10164 Conquistador Drive, being Lot 11, Block 3, Spanish Trail subdivision. Summary for the request: the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the existing structure as well as a proposed addition to encroach the front and rear, the street side facing setback and rear setback. Statement of the issue. Section 46-238 area requirements subsection 2A and 2D provides the minimum yard setback for property zone R1 single family residential. A small portion of the existing structure and the proposed addition will require a street facing setback variance of 5 feet and a rear setback of 13 feet 7 inches, rounded to 14 feet, to allow the applicant's design for the proposed addition. With all this information, staff recommends approval of the variance request. Next slide. Then we have the application that was submitted by Ms. Mendoza. Next slide, please. And then you'll see on the next slide, the zoning map, the yellow outline with the red line denotes the R1 zoning district for the property. Next slide, please. Followed by an aerial image. Next slide, please. Then we have some pictures of the property taken from the Conquistador Drive and Galeon Drive. On the next slide, then we have the site plan provided by the applicant showing the proposed encroachment. It's a little hard to distinguish. It was a little yellow lines on the screen. Next slide, please. Summary for this request, the applicant is requesting a variance from the Municipal Code Section 46-238 Area Requirements 2A and 2D to allow a reduced side street facing setback and rear yard setback of 19 feet instead of the 25 feet setback requirement, and a reduced rear yard setback of 11 feet instead of the 25 feet setback requirement at 10164 Conquistador Drive, to allow the encroachment of the existing structure and a proposed addition. With this, staff can answer any question that you might have, as well as Ms. Mendoza. The applicant.
I have a question. I'm looking at the front, well, there's an inner triangle in the supplemental document site plan. And it seems that the part of the existing residence falls outside of that already. Is that because of just the shape of the lot?
Correct.
And did our setbacks exist before this was built? Do we have the date of when this was built? No?
I'm sorry, Ms. Mendoza?
Yes, you're gonna have to go up to a mic. Oh, do we not have a
Okay,
mic?
please come to the podium, please.
Oh, over there.
Yes.
The press? To the podium?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes, to the podium. Thank you. I'm sorry, and you are, sir? Oh, and the mic, sorry.
Right here, please. Just please
Sorry.
say your name.
I'm confusing you.
My name is Jose Mendoza, and I was the original owner of this place since 1974.
Okay.
We bought this, we lived in Estera. We wanted to be rent-free, so we bought this lot. And when we started to build, we noticed that it was very hard to build. So we kept like the 25 feet from the street, and then after that,
Sorry,
we added.
was it county back then? Or was it already inside a city limit?
No, it wasn't inside the city limits. It was in 1974.
Okay.
There was no permits needed.
So why the 25?
Because my father was a concrete layer.
Yeah.
And he knew, like from the city, that it was 25 from the street.
Okay.
And then after that, like it was just 2 rooms. We were like very poor. And then we added another room to make more space for us. And we tried to keep like the 25 feet away from the street, but it was very hard, as you can see, like the shape of the lot. And after that, like we added another piece, and now I have grandkids, and I gave the property to my daughter, and I'm trying to add a little bit more space so the kids can have a decent bedroom.
Okay.
And I'm also the backdoor neighbor of my daughter, so like I have no problems with the variances or with anything.
You mean the house on Gallon?
Galeon, the Indian.
Okay. Okay. I do have a question. The aerial image looks like it's from October 25, so I imagine that the trees are still there. The, are all the trees inside your daughter's lot, or is there a tree that I see that it's along your lot?
There, most of the trees are in my daughter's.
Okay,
One of them is gonna have to be chopped down,
right.
but the rest are like well within, like the structure we're gonna build.
And the reason I ask is, it's obvious that some of them are gonna have to cut off, and probably even some of the branches from the other trees are gonna have to be trimmed. But obviously, the concern always is about safety and also thinking about the future. So not, I get that you're the owner of the back, the house in the back, but in the future, right, new owners potentially, um, and you and her, either of the properties. And the tree line, the reason I ask is because if, right, there's ever a fire, obviously the trees might catch, and then if the trees are so close, because we already, if we make an a variance, now the trees are really close to the other house. And so that's sort of the concern. Um, it, it, it looks oh no, don't do that. But I do think it's important to probably keep them trimmed so that they're not, one tree's touching one house and then it's also very so close that it's touching the other, or the branches, and it's more of a safety thing. Um, but new owners could do different things, and so I don't know that we want to make the
We,
limitation, but no, please don't turn. Oh, that's a lot
we
of
did
water.
talk to the architect,
Hmm.
the one that built the plans,
Mhm.
and he did tell us that was going to be a big concern. So we already have plans. We already know. We already have plans to trim the trees in a certain way that they're not going to be like in the way.
Okay.
Because we had already tackled that problem with the architect.
Okay.
So
Okay. Um, and this is going to be a question for staff. The I see the different existing storages, existing carport, the canopies. All of that is within the city ordinances. There's no issues there.
No, correct. There's no
Okay.
issues regarding that.
And adding this structure, would it create issues with the sizes of the external storages?
No, no, no.
Okay. Well, I think those are all my questions.
Those corner lots are kind of difficult because the setbacks are so deep and it's
From
really
each
hard
side.
for owners to build on them. So I motion to pass.
I have a motion made by Mr. David Oropesa, second by Mr. Victor, or was Mr. Lagunas, sorry. Lagunas? Mr. Albert Lagunas to approve. All those in favor of the motion?
Hi.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried.
thank you.
Item number 9, consider and take action on the proposed variance request from the Municipal Code Section 46, 262, area requirements subsection 2A to allow a reduced front yard setback of 15 feet 6 inches instead of the 20 feet setback requirement. The request variance is 4 feet 6 inches. The property is located at 12044 Cotton Cloud Way, Socorro, Texas, being Lot 11, Block 5, Hidden Valley Estates, to allow the encroachment for the new home. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Miriam. Once again, Yuri Rodriguez, planner with the City of Socorro. Next item on the agenda is item number 9 regarding the 12044 Cotton Cloud Way. As Miriam mentioned, the subject of this request, it's a variant request from the Municipal Code Section 46-262, area requirements of Section 2A, to allow a reduced front yard setback of 15 feet 6 inches instead of the 20 feet setback requirement. The requested variance is 4 feet 6 inches. The property is located at 12044 Cotton Cloud. Some general information on this request. The property owner is William Solondek, but now Mr. Gonzalez, Jaime Gonzalez, he's a representative on this case and the applicant. It is zone R2, medium density residential. The property is 9,147.6 square feet. The address is 12044 Cotton Cloud Way, Lot 11, Block 5, Hidden Valley Estates. The summary for this request, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the encroachment of the front yard setback for the new home. As a background, we have that the construction of the home was started by the previous owner. The statement of the issue, section 46 262 area requirements subsection 2A provides the minimum yard setback for the zone R2 medium density residential, and a small portion of the new home will require a front setback variance of 4 feet 6 inches. For all this, staff recommends approval of the variance request. The alternative is the denial of the variance request. Then we have the application that was submitted by Mr. Gonzalez. And then you'll see on the next slide the zoning map. The orange outline with the blue line denotes the R2 zoning district for the property. Next slide, please. Followed by the aerial image. These are some pictures taken from the Cotton Cloud Way. Okay. Followed by the Hidden Valley Estates Recorder plat showing the shape of the lot, and it's outlined with the red line. And then we have the site plan provided by the applicant showing the proposed front encroachment. Summary for this request, the applicant is requesting a variance from the Municipal Code Section 46-262 area requirements 2A to allow a reduced front yard setback of 15 feet 6 inches instead of the 20th setback requirement. The requested variance is 4 feet 6 inches. The property is located at 12044 Cotton Cloud Way to allow the encroachment for the new home. And with that, staff can answer any question, and the applicant, Mr. Gonzalez, is here if you have any question for me.
Who's the applicant?
Mr. Gonzalez?
Oh, hi.
He's a representative, right?
Yes.
Oh, the representative. So, I noticed that we didn't get an aerial image, and on the picture, site pictures, oh, there's an image. That home from the screen to the left is literally right on the property line and along the wall. So we're not talking trees here, we're talking literal building to building close contact. And that's the side of, I believe, where the variance is being requested from. Is that right? The front?
They requested the front setback.
I think it meets the site setback.
Yes, the minimum site setback is minimum 5 feet.
So it's 10 feet away from the other house, right?
Correct.
It's 5 and 5.
It's, yes, correct.
Except that the other house is not 5, is it? I mean, from the picture, on the site picture? I mean, maybe that's a storage, but I mean, it looks along the site picture. That one, on the top right. I mean, it looks rock wall, house wall. Do we know if that's a storage or the house?
On the top picture, you're talking about the brown building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on Google Maps, it shows like that it is along very, very close to the
Yeah, I
line,
believe
but
it is
it's
a
not
rock wall.
updated.
It's a rock wall along the property next to.
The rock one?
Yes.
Right, and then the building that looks, I don't, I mean, I don't see 5 feet between that wall and that built building. Um, but, let me see.
So are you, Mr. Gonzalez? Please.
Hi, Jaime Gonzalez with Blue Sage Homes. I'm the representative for Mr. Zolandic.
So you're the builder, right?
Yes,
Okay,
well, I will be.
you will be. So this slab is already there when the customer purchased it, or you guys laid it?
No,
with the
so
settlement?
the previous owner, I think, was a bank or a company. So somebody bought the land, permitted, started construction, and then stopped. And then it changed owners, and then my customer bought it from the last owner. So it's 2 owners ago that started it. When he was doing his due diligence, he researched it. He said, oh, okay, it's a good price for the land. The foundation's there. Passed all inspections up to that point. So he was confident to buy it. When I went to go look at it for the first time, um, I saw that it was a little bit forward. So we had a foundation survey ordered for the property. And that's when we noticed that it is, instead of the 20-foot front setback, it is 15 foot, 15.6 feet. So it's 4 foot 4 inches too far forward. To your concern on the side setback, it is a little further. So we're supposed to have a minimum of 5 feet. We've got 5.7 feet. So we got a little bit more.
Right. No, and I'm not gonna punish y'all for your
the-
neighbors,
for the neighbor.
right, being right up on the wall. That I get, that's not on y'all.
Correct.
But I do have a question, and please don't chuckle at me. But I guess it's possible to create a partial slab on the northwest corner of the lot and just not build on the southern eastern part of the slab. I mean, wouldn't that be an option?
Okay, hang on. Let me follow you here. So on the north, sorry, I've got the.
So
do
I
we
just
have
mean
this one?
top left.
So
Oh,
this is
can we get the
form survey that we had done.
site plan on the? I just need to, I should have just said
That
top,
one. That's the
top
one I'm
left.
looking at.
I should have just said top left.
Okay, so what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So obviously, I understand the concern to, have to destroy everything and pour a whole set of concrete um, to follow our city ordinances. Um, However, one thing is usually either a title company and or the seller and or the realtor and or someone should have done some of that due diligence prior to the sale, right?
I
But
think they got as far as checking if it was permitted
Mhm.
and if it okay. It was permitted, it passed. So it was done, everything was done correctly except the setback.
Right.
And unfortunately, I don't think the realtor has the eye to catch it. Um,
So this never passed foundation by City of Socorro, right?
it did.
Or did it pass foundation?
It did. Yeah, so
And
the
but it
realtor
shouldn't
did
have.
check that.
It shouldn't have passed.
It shouldn't have, but the realtor did verify if it passed or not, and they said, okay, yeah, we passed all inspections, we're good. They don't know what the setback is, they just know that it passed inspection. So it wasn't until I got involved that we were doing the takeoff on the project, and wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. So we ordered the foundation survey, and sure enough. Then before proceeding, because the permit was issued, before proceeding, I said, hang on, let's find out if we're gonna be okay or what needs to happen. Um,
So the reason I'm asking my question is because I don't see from the regular picture any essential tubing on that front. Well,
It's the
from the
garage.
side plan, bottom right
It's the garage.
corner. It's the garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 4 feet of the garage are encroaching onto the setback. That's the section that's too far forward. So I don't know.
Any consideration to make it a carport? I don't even know, I guess that still would violate the,
We could,
the ordinances.
my
Never mind.
concern as a builder, I don't wanna cut the slab.
Mhm.
So can we not put a door on it? Sure. And then now it's a carport and it's open, but cutting the slab, yeah, that can be a major issue. And-
Right, because then it starts cracking maybe other
Yeah.
ways.
And
yeah.
if it's post-tension, the cables, then you can't cut it.
Right.
So,
Do we do
with-
that here? We do.
yeah,
We
with,
had listed it on Passmore,
Mm.
where the homes were actually sinking.
How does
So
that work?
that's why they started requesting post-tension.
post-tension,
Tension,
yeah,
okay.
it's a good system. The owner is open to leaving it as a carport. We would have to redesign the house. I guess what we're asking is, don't make us cut it. 'Cause that interferes with the whole structure of the foundation and it would either cause to remove the whole thing or re-engineer the whole thing. And at that point, the integrity, yeah, I don't know.
They don't own a Mini Cooper? I'm just kidding.
He's got a small Cherokee. It's not a big car. But essentially, yeah, I mean, so the driveway would be a little bit smaller.
Well, it's gonna be a lot small. I mean, it's
4 feet.
gonna be non-existent almost.
No,
Right?
I mean, it's 15.6 feet versus 20, so it's 4 feet shorter, 4.5 feet shorter than it should be. A small car would fit on that driveway. A big truck would not.
And I guess the concern is, it is a cul-de-sac,
Yes.
right? And it's labeled as an R2, it kind of looks like an R3 to me, but, we don't do R3s anymore. But, you know, R2, because it's a cul-de-sac, um, if, you know, we don't even know details about the owner, if they're single or whatnot, but if and when they sell in the future, right, and a family with 3 cars moves in, now we have potential issues going on with neighbors and, you know, where to park. Um, it's, yeah, I don't know. But it's just a thought, that comes to mind by limiting, because, well, I don't know how, if you build here in Socorro a lot, but a lot of folks, convert their garages to, uh, yeah, to
To living
rooms or
space.
to anything else. And so, um, and it's typical, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but again, now that also removes a potential spot for a parking spot in a cul-de-sac. I don't know that that's, okay, Marwan. Could we, if it were to pass, condition it on that garage never being converted into a room?
I think that's pretty difficult to put as a condition. Yeah, I don't know how you enforce that. Who's
It's-
gonna go check on that? I don't know if it requires permits or not, if they do convert it into a room, maybe they would need permits there. So I mean, they still need to meet the requirements then. I'm a little bit more concerned though that if, I think the other gentleman caught on it, was that, if the city already had passed it on the foundation, then the previous owner was entitled to rely on that.
Of course.
Because they put the money when they did it, and changes could have been made or whatever at that time. And so that's kind of somewhat on the city. And so even if it's a new owner, they're kind of entitled to rely on that because it had passed. It's not their fault.
Right.
They bought it like that. It's kind of almost grandfathered in the way the foundation was set.
Right.
And, you know, they're trying to, looks like, rectify that issue at least and do it the right way and get approval, but the city kind of waived that issue
Yeah.
a while back.
To staff, do we know why it passed inspection when it shouldn't have? I mean, was it just like an oversight? We didn't take our measuring tape that day?
Possibility could be that building inspector, when he performs the inspection, he followed the plat that was original stamped
Mm-hmm.
by the inspector, and basically foundation, it's like a monolithic, more like a plumbing. So they are really to measure setbacks.
I'm
'Cause
pretty
since
sure all
then-
this was done before streets were there and all this, so.
Oh, no,
hard-
I think it's a
hard.
newer,
It's a new subdivision,
it's a
but.
brand new
but
subdivision, right?
Builders begin even before, everything's there sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it's the did your homework, and I think you're trying to do it right.
Yes,
The city of Socorro did
yes,
pass
correct.
it once
Mhm.
already, so I mean, it's just 4 feet.
Yes.
So that motion will pass.
I second. It's still on 4 feet.
I have a motion made by David Oropesa, second by Albert Lagunas to approve. All those in favor of the motion? Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Item number 10, consider and take action on the proposed variance request from the Municipal Code Section 46-634, sign subsection 24E,
Thank you for coming in.
to allow a wall sign exceeding the maximum permitted square footage instead of the requirement outlined in section 46-634, sign subsection 24E. The property is located at 9220 and 9250 Socorro Logistic Lane, Socorro, Texas, and it's described as Lot 2, Block 2, Socorro Logistics Center, Unit 2, and Lot 1, Block 1, Socorro Logistics Center, Unit 2. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Miriam. Once again, Judith Rodriguez, planner with the City of Socorro. Next item on the agenda is item number 10, 9220 and 92 Socorro Logistics Lanes. These are two properties, but it's under the same application with the same request.
Is the applicant here?
Yes, Mr. Lavanda. On the subject, on this request, the variance request from Municipal Code Section 46-634 signs, subsection 24E, to allow a wall sign exceeding the maximum permitted square footage instead of the requirement outlined in Section 46-634 signs, subsection 24E. The property owner is Mr. Richard Reyes. It is zone ICMUD, Industrial Commercial Mixed Use. The size of the property for 9220 Socorro Logistics Lane, and it is represented in image B on the next slides, is 156,854.76 square feet. For the second property, 9250 Socorro Logistics Lane, represented by image A, is 190,326.46 square feet. Being Lot 2, Block 2, Socorro Logistics Center, Unit 2, and Lot 1, Block 1, Socorro Logistics Center, Unit 2. The summary for this request: the applicant is requesting a variance to allow a wall sign that exceeds the maximum permitted area. The code allows a maximum of 50 square feet per building. However, the applicant proposes 180 square feet wall sign for each of the two buildings, resulting in a variance of 130 square feet in each building. Statement of the issue. Section 46-634 signs of the City of Socorro Municipal Codes outlines the restrictions for all districts, including the size, the height, type, and quantity of signs permitted that affect the signage proposal for Waywen. With all this information, staff recommends approval for this variance request, and the alternative is to deny the variance. Next slide. We have the application that was submitted by the applicant, and then we'll see on the next slide the zoning map. The purple outline with the red line denotes the ICMUD zoning district for the properties, for both properties, 9220 and 9250 Socorro Logistics Lane. Followed by an aerial image. And then we have some pictures of the property. The first one is a 9220 Socorro Logistics Lanes, which is described as image B. Next slide, please. The second slide is the 9250 Socorro Logistics Lane, which describes image A. That picture it's taken from Nuevo Hueco tanks and it's taking the two properties same time. And then we have the scope of work provided by the applicants. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. That's the site plan showing the proposed location for image A, which is 9250 Socorro Logistics Lane. Next slide. Now we have the scope of work for 9220 Socorro Logistics Lane. Next one, please. In the same manner, we have the site plan for the proposed design 9220 Socorro Logistic Lane, described by image B. And it is the building right at the front of Nuevo Hueco. Next slide, please. So the summary with this request is a variance from the Municipal Code Section 46-634, sign subsection 24E to allow a wall sign exceeding the maximum permitted square footage instead of the requirement outlined in Section 46-634, sign subsection 24E. With all this, staff can answer any question, and also Mr. Emilio Lavanda, representative of the property owner, is here to answer questions. Thank you.
I have a couple questions. I'm remembering back to, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask you some questions too, but this one's for staff. Thank you. I'm remembering that sign, well, there's been a few. There's the car wash one, and then there was the one on I-10. And I think,
Vanguard?
no, that's a long time ago. I'm talking, the plant one, this landscape, something, yeah, that one. That I was like, they should make it bigger because they're so far away from I-10. I remember at one of those presentations, there was information provided that when the measuring is being done for the sign, it takes into account the blank space along the sign. Basically, right, if we were to cut it so that everything fits into one square, we're counting the blank space. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know who it was? It was the hardware right here on North Loop.
Napa.
The blue and yellow. Yeah, them. That's who that was. Because I remember that sign. You remember him mentioning it, because that one was going to be a much bigger one, and but he explained that's anyway. So my question, now that we know that, or that that's confirmed, is that this is sort of the same scenario, right? Because of how their logo is, where there's at the front end it's a little larger, but then Win-Win is smaller and the rest of towards the left. We're counting all that blank space on top of where it says Win-Win as part of the sign. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
And that's okay. And my other question is, I want to confirm that this sign is what's being proposed for both A and B. It's the same logo, same company?
It's the same company, two different buildings. One is
But
for
the same logo.
Another is for office.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the distribution center and fabrication.
Right.
There's two different sites.
Can you please state your name for the record? Can you please state your name?
I'm sorry. My name is Emilio Banda. I come from Superior Sites and Lighting. We represent the Win-Win owner.
And this sign isn't there already, right? Or it is?
No, we don't begin to make the fabrication because we respect everything here. But the owner of the investment, they say, okay, why Honeywell and the other subtenant has equal or bigger size? We are making a lot of investment in new workforce and everything. We want the same visibility that the other one.
Mhm.
And at the end, this is less than 100% of all the total area of all the wall. Is in comparison with all the big size of the building.
Yeah.
They are worried about it because why the world has equal or bigger size.
Sure.
And that's it. And they say, okay, we want to have more. They are very interested in creating more imagine with the community, whatever, because this is just the first two, but they have more investment to come.
Mhm.
That's the major point that they say we want more visibility, more imagine with our people, with the new job, the new jobs that we are creating and the investment that we do. That's all. But we don't begin to produce. They follow it. They say, okay, we want to have a meeting. 2 weeks ago, for some reason, there is no meeting, and they.
Oh, because I was sick. I do
Okay,
apologize to everyone that
I'm glad that
came.
you are okay.
I was sick.
And then they say, okay, just wait and wait and wait.
Mhm.
They follow everything. Everything is in paper, in picture, but they they hope that maybe he can get the authorization to get. That's all just more bigger, but it's not much bigger than the other tenants. It's just accord to the big size of the building. I think is the right size.
Sure. And my next question is it only one per building?
It's one per building.
Oh, okay.
One in the building A and the other is on the building B.
And the one on the building A, is that going to be facing towards North Loop?
One is for I don't remember the street, but they have found that when you come to I don't remember the between the freeway and the North Loop, the other street I don't remember the name.
Wait, New
Is
Hueco
the
Tech.
main entrance, and they want when you come with the main entrance, you see
The sign.
the pure building, you see
Which is building B or sign B.
yeah, the pure one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I imagine that one would
Yeah.
face
And the other
east.
one is in this street, in this way, at the end. That's the reason because they want it here because it's the end of the street. In this one, they want it here because it's the main entrance. That's the
Mhm.
reason because they want one in one side and one in another. It's two different buildings, two different
Mhm.
ways, two different.
Yeah, you still want to be able to so people don't get lost or the truckers don't get lost. I'm sure. Um, is it clear which side the one on building A or sign A
Yes.
is going to be?
This is the A.
Is
And
it
this
facing
is
towards
the main
North Loop?
entrance. And this is the reason because they want it here because all the entrance for all the people, for all the employees is from here. The other is here because you come here with what's the name? With the Hueco tanks, and they want that everybody see from here. But here there is no visibility. That's the reason
No,
because
it's
they
still
want
up one building.
in this
It's
part.
this part.
The main entrance is here, and the main entrance is here. That's the reason. And the
Oh,
visibility
I
is
think
on
this is
Hueco.
easier because this is Nuevo Joco Tank, so this one makes sense that it would be here. On the other one, it says be here.
If you
And I
can
just
see
want to know
here
if this one's going
the one in
because oh, this is the main entrance. I think that's what he means.
So image B,
Mm-hmm.
right, right front, Nuevo Hueco.
Right.
This is from, and for image A, which is the 9250, is to Socorro Logistics Lane. It's in the back corner.
Right. Which, I mean, I don't know how tall the other buildings are going to be, but it would be facing North Loop.
no both is facing to this street. This is facing to this street. Anyone is from here. You see, this is the main entrance for DB, and
Can you
this is
please,
the
Juan,
main.
can you please put the side pictures and the next that one.
No, this is the back, I think.
It's the front, but it's on
Yes,
the side.
it's for the second one or for
It's right here. That picture is that the building. It's right. Is this building? So the picture is taken from this angle.
Okay, yes, they want the can I go as well?
Sure.
Or what do you want?
Let me go point it out, please.
In the Hueco is from this side. They want here.
Mm-hmm.
The sign.
Yes.
On the alternative street. Not when you come to Hueco, you won't see this. You will see this. And this is the main entrance. Hueco Street. Both are one here, and the other is exactly at the same position, but the next building is here. But both are anyone who does go to the Hueco Street. It's just inside the building, just what people when they come to the job, okay, this is the entrance for this building, and this is the entrance for the other building.
So that building is flipped on the building, on on the back building.
Yes, yes.
That entrance
Yes,
way is on
here,
that
the
corner.
one is in the other side, and I
Okay.
don't know why you're doing.
So both signs would be facing Socorro Logistics Lane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that,
that corner one would still be
I mean, you would
viewable
want to
from
put it on.
Nuevo Old Hueco Tanks,
Yeah, this
and also
corner
the
is
other
on
one slightly.
the inside the
Right,
and the Hueco is here.
right. So if you're going up to the freeway, you're still going to be able to see both signs from Nuevo Old
When
Hueco
you go
Tanks.
to take the Hueco, and then you turn to the left to the freeway.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that a lot of truckers are coming down from the freeway down New Huehuetlán, and you would want them to see it on the Hueco side.
the other street at the back is called Socorro Distribution.
Right.
It's
So
a
are we saying
Socorro.
most of the trucks are going to be coming in from, I mean, and of course we're talking years and years from now because I don't think that that street has been built out yet, right? Or finished.
No, not finished yet.
For the trucks is here, and that's the
Mhm.
reason because they want everybody has the sign on the opposite side and the monument. Um, I think that they were to request another monument here later, but in another
Mhm.
level. But for example, here on the next opposite side is the Honeywell, and the same.
Mhm.
This is the look from north to south, and this is from south to north. But it's only same because the trucks come on this street. They need to come in, for example, for here, for the west. When they come into the industrial park, they can see to the right, to the left, to the right, to the other reason because I don't know why for logistics or not everybody has faces to the inside street.
And actually, there's an exit through Norloop. That's a Norloop Drive, and then the street logistics center is the one that connects to Socorro Logistics Lane, and then to Socorro Distribution.
The one
So
right
there's an
next
exit.
to the car wash, between the car wash and
The new
the
one, right?
gas station.
No, that is gas
¿Verdad?
station.
Or I guess it's closer to the
Correct,
gas
yes.
station.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Murphy's
The
gas
coolest, right, right next to it.
Yeah, it was previously it was like a cul-de-sac,
Right.
but now they open to go through.
So the sign from the right building will be visible going up the freeway on Nuevo Old Hueco Tanks, and the sign from the building on the left will be visible from North Loop in between those buildings on that new street,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
I don't know how visible because there's two buildings blocking it, but you know.
Because I
But-
mean, we all pass by there every day.
Mhm.
The Honeywell sign
It's clear.
is clear, it's
Mhm.
small,
Mhm.
it's simple,
Mhm.
and I think it looks appropriate.
And that was going to be my, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But that was going to be my next question. Your letters of win-win, the bottom letters, would you say that that's about the size of the letters of Honeywell?
It's more the same on the structure is more the same size of the Honeywell is building on the main. The other tenants or the subdivision tenant is much more the same or bigger
Mhm.
because we go to play with especially by the sizes and everything.
Right. So are you saying that your letters are bigger? Because what is this, 23 inches or
Yeah,
23?
my letter is no more bigger than the other ones. If you see in that square area, maybe you can see it's bigger. But if you see just the letters and the logo,
Right, it's just the logo that makes it 100.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking. Is those letters on the bottom,
Just the letters.
just the letters, the WIWYNN, is that about the size of the Honeywell letters? Okay, that's what I was asking.
It's just that
That
logo
they have
to
an
the
extra
left
logo.
that's gonna be in your face.
Yeah. And I believe the Honeywell sign is also lit, right? There's a- At night. And so you're proposing, yours would be too?
Yes.
Okay.
We,
And, sorry, can I ask you to go back to the mic so that people at home, I don't know that anyone watches this, but if someone's watching, they can hear you. The concern with the lighting is that it's not glaring or, you know, but I assume that that's something that you guys take care of. Maybe you could talk to the idea school on.
because the light on that
Stop
color
to
is not too.
fix their light.
I don't know you, yeah, if I understand you. The bright on when in the night, the bright of that color is not
Right.
too bright. It's
Right.
not.
Because it's green and blue.
For in my opinion, it's not too light. But we need to present 5 or 6 options in different materials because they want exactly. They have a committee for the tone of green, for the tone of blue. They have a very strict marketing for that.
Sure.
In my opinion, it's too dark on the night, but they say, okay, I take care on the day, and this is the color that I want. But it's not like the other one, like Napa, for example. I'm sorry, what you say Napa, the yellow one, the red one, white wine, like Honeywell is a white background with the red line. It's very bright. And this one is not too bright, that color.
Okay. And there wouldn't be a plan to put like an underlight, a white underlight shining on the sign, right? That wouldn't.
No, there is no backlight on the back. It's flashed to the wall, and the only light that
Oh,
you want to
that's
see,
nice.
and the only one is just the green and the blue. But it's not backlight on the back. There is no halo around the letters.
Right.
No.
Okay. And Win-Win is a Taiwanese company, right?
Pardon me?
They're a Taiwanese company? Win-Win?
Honestly, I don't know. I
Okay.
take care with all the corporates here they are very big on the twin plants plan.
Mhm.
They have a big grounded here, and this is the first two for they want to put 5 more here. They grow day by day.
Wow.
It's part of the other big company that Ensemble Computers. Um, I don't remember the name of the other company, but this is a division, and this division grows more than the headquarters.
Yeah. Well, you tell them that I won't be sick anymore, and if they want to come to some of the building in Socorro, you know, we'll we'll take care of them. I'm just kidding. You just pass it on. I'm gonna make a motion to approve.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Carmen.
I have a motion made by Miriam Cruz, second by Deborah Pesa to approve. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item number 11, consider and take action on the proposed variance request from the Municipal Code Section 46-236, permit uses subsection 7A to allow the placement of a double wide manufactured home older than 8 years from the date of manufacture. The proposed mobile home is a 2012 model to be located at 340 Huereque Drive, Socorro, Texas. Ms. Rodriguez?
Thank you, Miriam. Once again, Juden Rodriguez, planner with the City of Socorro. Next item on the agenda is item number 11, referring to 340 Huereque Drive. Next slide, please. This request is a variance, I'm sorry, this variance is a requisition by applicant from the Municipal Code Section 46-236 permitted uses of Section 7A to allow the placement of a double wide manufactured home older than 8 years from the date of manufacture. Some general information regarding this request. The property owner is Gustavo Ponce Duarte. It is zone R1, single family residential. The property is 20,000 square feet. The address is 340 Huereque Drive, being Lot 5, Block 5, Santa Martina Subdivision. Summary for this request, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the placement of a double-wide manufactured home that exceeds the maximum age requirement by 6 years. Some background regarding this case, applicant states that the proposed mobile home is in excellent condition and meets all safety and structural standards. Statement of the issue, Section 46-236 permitted uses, subsection 7A, require manufactured homes must be no older than 8 years from the date of the manufacture to the date the permit application is filed with the city. Next slide, please. Then we have the application that was submitted by the applicant. And then you'll see on the next slide the zoning map. The yellow outline with the red line denotes the R1 zoning district for this property, followed by an aerial image. Next. Followed by some pictures of the property taken from Huereque Drive. Then on this slide, it's the site plan provided by the applicant showing the proposed mobile home placement as well as picture of the proposed mobile home. That's the site plan and a picture of the proposed mobile home. In summary, the applicant is requesting a variance to allow the placement of a double-wide manufactured home that exceeds the maximum age requirement by 6 years. And with all this stuff, can answer any questions, and the applicant, Ms. Ponce, is here in case you have any question for her.
Is the owner also here?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Ponce.
And, oh, but she's a representative, right? Is the owner, the Mr. Ponce Duarte here?
Is the representative?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And do they want us to speak in Spanish? No? Sí. ¿En español? Sí. Okay. I mean, if I need to. I have a couple questions. The site pictures, were those taken by staff?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. But they're not old pictures, right?
I'm sorry?
They're not old?
No.
They're like recent? So right now it is an abandoned lot?
Correct.
Okay. And the mobile home, do we know where it's at right now?
No, I'm not given the information.
Oh. Okay. Since whoever wants, I don't know. You want to step to the.
Mi nombre es Lisette Ponce, and I'm representing my father, Gustavo Ponce.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. Right now, the proposed mobile home that you would like to place there, where is it at?
At the Las Cruces. Yeah, so due to the lack of information about the rule, my dad moved forward to the purchase arrangements, and actually he has made a down payment. So we didn't know about this rule, so that's why we're kindly asked that you please take this request in consideration.
And this image that I assume you provided with the lawnmower in the front of the mobile home, is that a recent picture?
Yes, and I do have some more pictures for the inside and
Oh,
out.
sure, we would love
Yeah,
to see that.
I'd like to take
Thank
a
you.
look at.
We can scan them and put them in the minutes later. Thank you.
So this mobile home right now is in Las Cruces? Is it, where is it? Las Cruces, and they're gonna put it over there?
Déjame. That's a tub. Can I move in? ¿Me deja quedarme ahí? No sé qué.
Is this home gonna be for him? For
Yes, yeah, he's planning to live there, so he's fully committed to keep it clean, organized, and safe.
And the lot, he also owns?
Yes.
So the lot, and now he did a down payment on the
Yeah,
trailer.
he bought it 3 years ago, and he was waiting for an opportunity like this. So this trailer, um, it's perfectly in size, quality, and price for him and his wife.
And was this I mean, is there a reason why it's cheap? Like, did something happen to it, or did it just someone's trying to get rid of it?
Uh, the owner say that she's gonna move, and
Okay.
yeah,
So she's
that's
just
why.
trying to
Yeah,
quick
and
sale.
since it's a 2012, that's why the price is low, but it's very well maintained. So
Right.
we're like, wow,
Yeah.
we saw it and we make a deal.
Okay. Well, thank you. The site plan. Do you know who created that?
Which one?
The one in
Oh, me.
Spanish. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And okay. Do you have a background in planning and
No,
no?
actually no, but
Okay.
I use ChatGPT to help.
Yeah. See? Anything that can help visual.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much for being here. Steph, this is really just the age of the trailer. There's no variances on the setbacks.
They comply with all the setbacks.
Okay. And is there already hookups on the lot on property? Do we know?
Okay.
For like water and sewage and
Yes, because
electricity?
another trailer was there before,
Mm.
so
Okay.
all the connections are.
And so the way that you did the site plan is based on where those already exist, I assume.
We didn't saw the previous one, so we
Okay.
just went and see the lot and.
Okay. So I guess I'll tell you to make sure to consider the way that it's going to be facing and where those connections may be. There needs to be certain variances that are met. So you may want to make sure that you see that before.
We're gonna do that, but since
Okay.
we came and asked for information, so we found out about this rule, and we were like, oh, let's do that first, and then we move forward.
Okay. Yeah, I think last time that we did one like this, we said that as long as it's past the home, what was it? The permit, the home,
Inspection.
the home livable,
Home occupation.
home occupation, home occupation.
Is actually the process for the mobile home placement. We perform a field inspection first.
Mhm.
If it passed, then we continue with the process of require documents, and then following the year's inspection.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to that other case. I don't think we got inside pictures of the other one. That would have been nice.
Yeah,
but
that would have been real nice.
but we did put that condition that we wanted to make sure that if we approved it, that it was going to be based on the home. Ya se me olvidó.
Occupation.
Certificate of occupancy.
Home of occupancy
So we
certificate.
ensure that after all inspections pass,
Yeah.
the building final,
Yeah.
this labor management.
Okay.
That inspection is for the trailer or?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's for utilities, basically.
Okay.
Any other questions?
This one where they want to put it, it's half an acre lots there, and nearly everybody has double wides there.
Yeah.
That's the only way they could put the double wide in there. So it has plenty of room.
Yeah.
It does
Well,
have
you're
plenty.
saying there's not going to be any issues with the variances.
No.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, well, I'm just saying, right? Like, depending, I mean, because if the connections are here and I want to face it this way and I want to face it, I mean,
Yeah.
it does kind of matter which way it faces to make sure
Well,
that.
it's the only way it's gonna be
I
street
think
side and everything, but
the previous one was facing to Huereque, right?
Mhm.
So, and it was kind of the same. I
Size.
saw it on the picture and it's kind of the same size. So
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but yeah, it was facing to Huereque.
Yeah, I would just say you just make sure because then you don't want to have that issue.
Yeah.
That maybe this one, if it had, I don't know, an addition or something, right?
Yeah, we're willing to meet any additional requirements the board may have. Yeah, of course.
Well, qué sortudo que encontró una tan bonita y barata. Bueno, no sé cuánto le costó, pero, ¿verdad? Sí, qué bueno. I'm gonna make a motion to approve, with the condition that it pass, our variance approval be dependent on the home occupancy certificate. And of course, that it meets, the variance setbacks, sorry, the setbacks, from the side, well, from all the sides, just to make sure that that happens.
I second it.
Thank you. I have a motion made by Miriam Cruz, second by David Opesa, to approve with the condition to obtain home occupation certificate and meet required setbacks. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nays? Any abstain? Motion carried. Item number 12, consider and take action on the adjournment of this meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion made by Miriam Cruz, second by David Opeta to approve. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any nay? Any abstain? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned at 7:21 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. Good evening.